One thing I would love for us to do is to intently find our ways and do our jobs. We modify our lives to fit the bad stuff. We don't take that same time and put that same effort into finding our way, finding our passion, finding our pulse in this universe. We don't put any effort into that. We just dismiss it. That's the only and last effort that we do. We need to do more than that. We have to do this for ourselves, and we have to do it for everyone else. Because we're depriving the world of whatever that talent is. While we're sitting here beating ourselves up, while we're telling ourselves we don't have any kind of talent, just shooting down our entire self-efficacy. We're not being our own cheerleaders. Well, we're doing all of that with intent, by the way. The world is being deprived of our specific talent. So I know a lot of times it's so much going on in the world. So it's like, I don't give a shit about anybody else, right? I'm trying to get my own goddamn life together. But that's the reason, it's cyclical. Like, you can't get your shit together. You can't help other people. But everybody in the world is like that. So you have that problem that's so rampant. It seems like, well, the world doesn't give a fuck about me. That's because the world is so fucked up and confused. Everyone is like that. So it's like, a catch-22. You're not doing anything, so you can't help anybody, but everybody else isn't doing anything, so they can't help you. Who's going to break that cycle? We all have to break that cycle. This is how I'm breaking my cycle. I'm putting this information out here. These words will help someone. Even the profane ones will help someone. So we have to do that. We have to put in that effort. We have to put the effort in for the great stuff. The same effort that we do for the horribly negative stuff. This is part of that torture that I mentioned. We do that shit with our lives. Like, oh my God, I gotta do this. I gotta make sure I follow the status quo. I gotta make sure I don't disrupt any of that. I gotta make sure I do this, and this. I gotta make sure I'm still in shape. I hate using that fucking word because it just was thrown around so much in previous recent years. It's just, but it's a simple way to just get the message across. I don't know, people. I really want all of us to do better. And when I talk, you hear me say it a lot. I'll always say us. I say we, because I'm human. I'm not using that as an excuse, as my other cast says. It's not an excuse. Shit, I'm with you. I'm in the trenches with you. Just because I have actually found my purpose does not mean that I'm done. I'm not done. I'm out here taking the ridicule. I'm out here dealing with the bullshit. I'm out here doing all of these things to show whomever's watching that you can persevere too. Nobody else matters. Nobody gives a shit about anyone else. In this way, in this capacity, that shit doesn't matter. I'm still going to help people. You can come at me in any way that you want. It won't matter. It's just a waste of your time, and it's just an outlet for you. That's totally unproductive. If you feel you need to do it, then so be it. I'm over here chilling, and that's where I'll be. It's more than just that. I really want people to know I'm with you. So I'm going to say we. This is a collective effort. There's no such thing as I in team. And we're all in humanity together. I want you all to have this love for yourselves. Each individual listening to this, have this love for yourself so that you can help other people reach their highest potential. What's going to make this world a hell of a better place? It's the only thing that's going to. We're too individualistic. That's why we have this problem. Everybody is only concerned about themselves, but we're in humanity with other people. We're interdependent. So when we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, we are affecting other people. We're not helping other people. This recent Olympic commercial with the little girl of color looking at other people who have done, other females of color who have done what they would like to do. Then it shows the grown-up version of that little girl. competing in the Olympics. And then it flips to another little girl of color looking at her. So you never know who's watching. You never know. You never know who's listening and may need to see or hear whatever your message is, whatever form that takes. We all are here, and I'm going to repeat this until I start to see the wave of change. We're all here for each other. We're not here for ourselves. We're here to affect change in everyone else. So we have to be altruistic in everything that we do. Whether it's lane courtesy when you're driving, holding a door, we have to do the small things. Because again, everything that we do could affect someone else. You never know, someone could have been having a bad day and the last rude thing a person could have done to them is what drove them off the edge. Simply not holding the door and letting it slam in their face, knowing that you knew the person was behind you. That person could have been triggered so much that they committed suicide. They were just tired of being treated so badly in the world. You never know. You have to take all kinds of perspectives when it comes to treating other people a certain way. So open every fucking door for another person. If a person is coming out, let them out and you go in. If a person is trying to get over, let them over. They're likely trying to take whatever the fuck is going on next, like an exit or something like that. And then when it happens to you, you want to get mad. Just let them over. If they're driving slow, after they get over, get the fuck from behind them and go somewhere else. It doesn't, like, we make things difficult for other people just because we want to. We've seen it, we've done it, we've all done it. I had bad road rage. I used to do this shit all the fucking time. You know, when I was younger, but now it's like, I don't have a rush in the world. I'm not going anywhere. Sure, go ahead. You want to get into, like, another person trying to get over, like, especially when there's construction or something like that and everyone has to squeeze 4 lanes into one. Like, we're all in this together. Just let the motherfuckers go. One by one, alternating. It doesn't fucking take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. Like, just let people go. And that's why we have so much fucking traffic. Everybody's trying to squeeze into the same one fucking space and get ahead because everyone is in a hurry. A hurry to do what? As they say, in a hurry to go nowhere, or hurry up and wait. That's what we do. Why? Take your fucking time. If you're on your way to work, I know we hate our jobs, but leave a little earlier so you can just stroll and take time to mentally decompress before you go in to be all fucked up for the rest of the day. So it's all kinds of things that we can do just so we can be better people. It's not hard. And a lot of the times this shit's free. It doesn't cost you anything to let somebody in front of you. You act like it takes away large clips of time from your day, your schedule to let someone over. It doesn't. It barely takes a couple seconds. A couple seconds isn't going to get you anywhere any faster. Not at all. Same with holding a door. It costs you nothing to hold it on. You have to open the motherfucker to get your own fucking ass in there. Alright, then just hold it for somebody else to get their ass out. It doesn't fucking, it just, again, it's nothing that goes on in this world that's impossible to do that can't help someone else. Like, we can't sit here and just constantly blame everyone else. That's what we do. Like, fuck people and this and this and yada, yada, yada. Like, what are you mad about? What did a person do to you that you're internalizing right now? Because whatever it is, I'm sure it was something that shouldn't even be a fucking problem right now. It shouldn't even be a question. Because, again, things that other people do is what other people do, no matter what the fuck it is. If someone robs us blind, okay, call your credit card company. Hey, somebody in wallet. Now, everything is digital. Well, not everything. Some states haven't enacted the digital IDs yet. Or if you live in one of those states, hey, my ID got stolen. Let me just do what needs to be done. Send me another one, whatever fuck, pay the $20 or 25, whatever fuck it costs where you are. Like, it's people just make shit so hard. If there's something that is irreplaceable, then, maybe the universe was telling you that you didn't need it. Like, if it was a picture of a deceased person that you were carrying along with you, and it was the only one, maybe the universe is telling you, hey, that was part of your past. Maybe that was something that was traumatic, whatever it was. There's a reason why that happened. So don't be mad. Just think a little bit more critically about it. Like, everything happens for a reason. So what was this reason? Because whatever the reason was, it was for my benefit, right? Okay. as far as anything else that anyone else does, like from a psychological standpoint, someone that hurts you or was abusive or those types of things, again, these are their actions. It's up to you to decide how you let it affect you and if these people can continue to do these things to you. All of these are still your decisions, even though these are the actions of another. So we gotta be better to ourselves. We have to give ourselves more power. We're leaving too much power on the table and we're giving too much power away. We have to stop doing that. And if we had all that power remaining in our grasp, in our hands, then we wouldn't be where we are. People wouldn't question the things that they question. They wouldn't treat themselves so bad. Humanity would not be in the position that it is in if they had more of their own power. It's the same for people are still talking about this damn insurrection and all of these things. Like, these people that's like that, of course, again, it's only a small faction of people. Like, it's not like it's a whole entire country. You may have people who have thought processes wasn't there or some shit like that. But this is a very small amount of people that have these thoughts. They have soul level issues that they have to work on. But we cannot allow them to affect our lives. Because, of course, these people are probably our neighbors. They're our bosses, co-workers, family members, friends. So we still have to deal with them. We still have to love them as Jesus would. We still have to do all of those things. So, again, it's about how we take on their bullshit. If we do it at all, it's still up to us. That's their shit, not ours. Now, if you happen to be someone that's on the opposite end of what it is that they believe, then that's a different story. At the same time, honestly, you can't be a judge of those things because a lot of those people, although they want to have what they want, some of them don't really have problems with some. Trust me when I say the word some, not all, because it's definitely not all. They're definitely still out there. But there are some of them, of that small faction, that don't have a problem with people of color. Now, we have to also give that respect too. That respect back. Black people, I'm talking to you mostly in this, whomever actually, like, it's just people treating people badly, and that's an everybody thing. So we sometimes get into this whole race thing where black people have some issues with certain white people. And when we bring those issues up, we're then chastised for bringing it up when it's something that happened to us like 5 minutes ago. Why are you bringing up something that happened 5 minutes ago? Motherfucker, because it happened 5 minutes ago. From 400 years ago. It's a problem from then. So yes, I'm going to bring the shit up. We have to fight with that. At the same time, I need white people to understand that we're not trying to make the generations now pay for the generations then. The only thing that we're asking is for support in our processes to make things better. That's all. That's all. We're not asking for anything. Yes, of course, you have people talking about reparations and shit like that. But there are so many different forms of that. And one of the forms is for fundamental change. That doesn't cost anyone anything but a little bit of acquiescing. That's it. And that's when, and it's just a little bit. And the little bit is that we get treated equally and be afforded the same opportunities. That's all. We're not taking anything away. We're just asking to be treated like you. You'll be surprised how many people are like, we don't want that. We don't want you to be like us, because then that takes away and lessens the value of my privilege. And that's where the problem is. Like, you cannot be selfish. You cannot do that. We're all human beings. So you're telling me that I'm a lesser human being? There's no such thing as that. We're all human beings. Like I said, if Jesus walked up to you, the one that you see on the picture, you will fall to your feet. And then when he takes off that fucking mask that's in the picture and see that he's a person that looks like me, you would probably have an issue with that. So that's what I mean. Like, you can't be partially one way and then pick and choose some other shit on another side. Like, you just can't do that. You have to be one way on one path. So anyway, back on point. I just got off on that little tangent because it's Black History Month right now. I really want us to, we need to. It's not my want. It's not something I want and it's selfish. It's something that needs to happen. It's something that God needs us to do. God needs us to get our shit together. Stop punishing ourselves because it's that woo is me mentality. And we're just walking through life not doing anything for ourselves. And then asking why the fuck shit is fucked up. Because you're fucking it up. You are fucking it up. Like, flat out. I'm giving you everything that you need. You're not recognizing that shit. You're not taking it and going with it. Like, if I'm giving you an opportunity, you're discounting that opportunity. First, your self-image is fucked up. You're like, oh my God, I'm not good enough for this position. And you don't apply for it. You know, do whatever you're supposed to do to get that position. You denigrate yourself. So then, when you don't get it, you're like, why the fuck didn't I get this position? This is what I mean by the logic. Like, we do this all the fucking time in many, 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 many ways. We do this shit every day. We do it all the time. And we have to stop. We have to stop this shit for real. We have to. Because it doesn't help. We're sitting like the baby in a wet pamper, sitting on the floor, just crying. Because we're in a wet pamper. Like, stand the fuck up. And then someone will come and fix that shit for you. Some shit. Like, we're just horrible, people. We're horrible to ourselves and to each other. But we already know that. It's shit everywhere that says that. We treat each other so badly. We have to be nicer to people. Be kind. We know what the fuck we have to do. And that's, again, what makes this shit worse. We know we have to be a certain way, and we're not. And then complaining and asking and begging when things go awry.